What is up, everybody?
So
What is up?
do you think today?
Well, you know, I was gonna go out onto the streets today. Thank you, Rita, and do a little bit of a city walk, but I have to be on the train at 4 p.m. So I have to go and pack my bags, and I haven't packed. I'm always a late packer. Thank you, JK, for sharing. I'm a late packer, so I'm like, I just decided I'm gonna go get something to eat, and then go back to my room and then pack. Thank you, CKC. So great to see everyone. Get some more guests in here, everybody. Let's get some more guests in here. Thank you, CKC. Brenda, I miss you guys too.
Did you happen to get?
Wendy.
Did you watch the concession speech today?
I didn't get a chance to watch the concession speech, but I will say this, man. I will say this. Thank you, Greg. Let me say this. We don't talk about politics anymore. The election day special is over. You know, I got a lot of respect for her. She ran a nice campaign,
Yeah.
and I hope she was an inspiration to women of color and women in general. You know,
Yeah.
I
She
hope she was an
accomplished a lot.
inspiration. It just didn't, unfortunately, work out for her, man. The people want some change, including myself. Thank you, Dorito. So, like I said, man, it's I take my hat off to her, man. She's a fierce woman. She fought very hard, just didn't work out. I'm telling you guys this. I think life over here is about to get very, very. It's about to get tough, man. Because I think there's gonna be a lot of drama between the relationships of these two countries, China and America, coming up in the next few years. So, Charlie, for the people that are, that love both countries like I do, get ready for some drama. I think it's coming. Thank you, Wendy. Please follow the channel and share this live stream. Share this live stream, everybody. Thank you, Blue Jambi. Please share this live stream.
So what are you having for lunch today? Or
I'm having
breakfast?
goose as brunch. I eat the same stuff every single day. I eat the same thing every single day, unless I'm on the road. I eat the same thing. Thank you, Williams. So let me explain what I mean by that. The economy here, thank you for the heart, Eric and Mountain Mama. Thank you so much for the hearts. The economy here is already pretty rough. There's a lot of people that are out of work. The real estate industry is not doing well. Thank you, Teresa and Elias. If he comes back and he puts a 60% tariff across the board on goods coming in from China, that's going to be a disaster. It's going to put a lot of people out of work. So, like I said, man, it's going to be very interesting. And don't believe him, by the way, when he says that he's going to keep TikTok. Thank you, Jim and Teresa. TikTok is going to be used as a bargaining chip. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a very interesting 4 years. It don't matter to me because I don't work in that. I used to work in import export. That used to be the job that I used to do. That was the job I had. I would hate to be at that job right now because I don't even think that job is going to be doable if there's 60% tariffs on products. So, by the way, all the streaming that I'm doing, I'm looking at myself in the camera a lot. My ass is getting freaking wrinkles, man. I am 34 years old.
You don't have wrinkles.
Okay.
No, you don't.
What up, David? David, great to see you. I'm getting freaking wrinkles.
No,
Okay,
don't.
Call in, everybody. Get in here. Let's get a panel going.
Yeah, you got the crow feet going on, Daniel. I see that going on there.
I don't see it.
Right? I have the crow's feet. Jesus.
Maybe it's
I'm
from
kidding, brother.
traveling.
I'm trying to stay all natural over here, man, but they trying to get me on that
Thanks a
bow
lot,
tie.
Buttons.
Botox? You don't need Botox. Good God, man. You be looking like some of them women that you try to date.
Yeah, someone says I have you beat with all my wrinkles, but I lost so much weight that a lot of it comes from that.
Hey, look, we're gonna get on the road starting tomorrow. I'm actually struggling with this decision. I was gonna do a poll, but I already bought my train ticket. Would y'all rather I head to Macau first or Zhenjiang first? Macau is like the gambling city of China. Zhenjiang is like a beautiful coastal city. I was supposed to go to Zhenjiang, but for some reason I kind of feel like going to Macau. But I already booked my train ticket to go to what's it called? To go to I think we should stick with our original plan.
Stick with the plan. I mean, you already bought the ticket and everything.
Yeah. I mean, coastal would be beautiful.
Thank you, JK, for sharing. I'm ready for the holiday spirit, everybody.
Oh my God.
Y'all probably thought I was joking when I tell you that for every single meal I have my goose tongue.
What does that even taste like?
Not a joke. I eat it every single day. Every single day I eat my goose tongue.
How chewy is it?
I eat the same food every day.
Is it gummy? Well, or not gummy, but like how tough is it?
Not tough at all.
No.
I eat this every single day. Like literally every single day I have a goose tongue. There's a lot of goose out there that can't speak, that can't quack to each other because of me. Okay? I am the goose terminator. I terminate goose.
You better not go to Canada then.
Right. And of course, you gotta have your liver. Every meal. Thank you, W. Every meal, I have my goose. Thank you, the silliest.
You turn into a goose tongue.
Let me explain. Let me continue to explain this to you guys, though. So, as a Chinese American who has a home in North Carolina, my family is in North Carolina, and I live obviously here in China for the last 6 years. Thank you, Joan. I would love to see both countries do well, especially America first. But if you look at what happened last night, thank you, Pond Hopper. There's a lot of people that were elected into office that basically ran on a campaign that is very hawkish towards China, very, very hawkish towards this country. I think there's an Ohio congressman or Ohio senator who ran on a campaign. Thank you, Ashley. That was very, very hawkish towards China. So, and like I said, man, you know, what's really sad about it is like there seems to be a consensus forming back home among the political establishment, you know what I'm saying, that's very, very hawkish towards China. So I think we got to get ready for some turmoil coming up in the next 4 years, economically. You know, thank you, Mountain. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what's going on in the next few years. It's gonna be a very interesting time. Very, very interesting time. Hi, Lisa. There's some more people in here.
A lot of people are asking if you're going home to North Carolina for Christmas.
I would love to come home to North Carolina for Christmas. But what changed those plans was when my mother came here in October, and I actually got to see my mother. Kind of threw a monkey wrench in my plan because I saw her just not even a month ago. A month ago. and I feel like working a little bit, doing some streaming during Christmas, going to Japan, maybe go to Thailand or Vietnam, but we'll be on the road. I might go back. I don't know. I feel like I got some stuff I need to do out here. How's the image quality, everybody? I got it on 1080p. Y'all can see me? Y'all can see me clearly?
Yeah, you look good.
You guys too. But you know what's a good thing about North Carolina? You know what's a good thing about Chapel Hill? And I say this respectfully. Thank you for the heart. Nothing much will change with North Carolina when I'm gone. Thank you, Winnie and Mountain Mama. Things will pretty much stay the same. You know, thank you, Big O. If I come here this year, I will come back next year. Things pretty much stay the same. Thank you for the heart. Everything is pretty much the same. You know, so when I come back, it ain't like I'm missing anything. I'll tell you what, I was in Shenzhen last week and I was streaming, right? And I was streaming in that neighborhood in the morning, on Wednesday morning. Thank you, Mountain Mama and Jean Bravo. And like, I hadn't been there in probably 4 months. Thank you, Ashley. I probably haven't been in there in like 4 months. And I realized just in 4 short months, that whole street had changed so much. Thank you for the heart. It's like in China, when you're living here in China, it's like when 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month pass by, things change so fast. I bet you if I went back to North Carolina, if I went back to Chapel Hill, things will look very much similar, you know, than it did when I left 10 years ago. So, just a lot of change. Thank you, Gene. Oh, Teresa, I think you have a scrambling sound. There's a sound that's coming up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oops, I have my
Yeah, we
phone.
good?
Is that better?
Ask the people. Thank you, Cecilia's Goose.
Is it still sounding weird?
Sounds fine to me. I don't know. Yep. Everybody's saying yeah, it's better.
Yeah, okay.
Turn off your TV.
I don't
Somebody's
have
got
a
a
TV on. Not me.
Ain't me.
Oh, then maybe it's me.
You got a TV on, Daniel?
Maybe I think it's because I have a music playing in the background at the restaurant.
It's probably just muffled or something.
Yeah, I think it's restaurant music. Yeah, we get back on the road. This time we better not get any food poisoning. Thank you, Katie. Let's stay away from the food poisoning.
Yeah, that's most definitely.
Charlie, tell the people about your day. What you do today?
Oh, it was wonderful. Dealt with a loud ass fire alarm. After that, I connected a water heater, started testing the water heater, make sure it went up to 120, then insulate the pipe. What's up?
Look, Charlie, I was talking with Charlie last night, man. Let me tell you guys something. For those of you that have a job back home in America, like you actually have a job to go to, thank you, AA. You show up to work every single day, like Charlie does. And like, if you have a job and your job is chill as hell, you get paid, and a lot of times you find yourself just chilling, not doing much. You don't have a lot of responsibility, but you still get all your bills paid. Thank you, Annie and Ankle Biter. Let me tell you guys something. Appreciate that job. Appreciate that job that you have. Okay? Appreciate it.
That's not even the highest pay for me. That's not even journeyman wage. Journeyman wage is like $80.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Because look at what I do on TikTok, right? Like, I'm always trying to make good content. I'm never complacent. I always have to make good content, or else the channel is going to die, right? So I have to be on the road pretty much constantly, and then I have to put out good content on the channel pretty much constantly. Thank you, Sumaya. So it's like,
You got to keep it fresh all the time, basically.
exactly. It's a lot of pressure to do what I do. People only see the travel part. You say, oh, you get to travel every day. Like, boy, why don't you come and try to do this? You know, it's not easy.
Travel and entertain all the people and see who gives or not. It's a struggle sometimes. Some days it is.
What though? You know, it's crazy. When I was working in corporate America, I was really hoping that I could get out of the office one day and be on the road. Obviously, I never knew that life was going to turn into this, but the grass is always greener on the other side. Now that I'm actually doing this full time, sometimes I miss just being to sit in an office, you know,
Oh,
relax.
Susie, I'm a plumber. Just to let you know, Susie. I'm a union plumber. I know you said this before, but where did you get your chain from?
Where did I get my chain from?
Yeah, your chain.
Got it from this was a long time ago. I got it when gold was really cheap. This was at a Chinese jewelry store called CTF, Chow Tai Food. You could Google it. It's the world's largest jewelry chain. You remember when we were streaming in Hong Kong 2 days ago? And we walked into the 11 Mall with the Rosewood Hotel on the top of the mall? You guys remember that? That jewelry store owns that entire building. So,
Wow.
this is actually for all the Americans back home. How many of you guys know, American folks back home, how many of you guys know that at Costco, for the last couple of years at Costco has been selling gold bars,
Really?
1 ounce gold bars. Have any of you guys noticed that in Costco? You shop at Costco? Any of you guys noticed that?
No.
Yes.
Oh, I never noticed that at Costco. Gold bars.
Yeah, I
You
have.
trade-
I was blind.
I
haven't
haven't seen
checked.
it.
Let me explain something to you guys though. If you are a Costco member and you want to invest in physical metal, this is not investment advice. But if you're a Costco member and you want to invest in like precious metal, going to Costco is actually one of the best ways to do it because they hardly charge a premium over spot price and they don't collect any sales tax. Thank you, Tammy. It's actually a great way to get physical metal is from Costco. But the problem is they're always sold out. People are like buying from Costco a lot, so they're always sold out. And they don't have inventory.
I wouldn't even know what department to go to.
They have it on display at Costco.
Mm.
See, if you were to buy it here in China, you go to a jewelry store in China, and you're buying gold. The good thing about it is you can get gold that you cannot buy in America. Because back home in the United States, what they usually give you is 18 karat gold, which is 75% pure. Here in China, all the gold that they sell at the jewelry store is 24 karat pure gold. But you have to pay a very significant premium over that day's spot price. Charlie, when you come out here to China, I'll show you.
Yeah, definitely. What about diamonds? Any different with diamonds?
Don't buy diamonds in China, bro. There's a tax. They charge you a tax. Hey, Charlie, we gotta hook you up with a chain when you come out to China. You know, get some swag on you.
Yeah, I need some swag. I know I got zero swag on me. You need to swag me up, Daniel.
No, it's true, man. It's true. Thank you, David. What up, David? What's up, David? Great to see you, brother.
You get any sleep this time, Daniel?
I did. I went to sleep at like 2 a.m., so we're still very late. But I did get some sleep.
Good.
David. You know, I'm gonna explain something to you guys, man. Thank you, David. Probably a lot of y'all don't know this. If you buy gold in China, thank you, Shayna and Erica. Let's say you're on vacation and you buy some gold. Thank you, David.
Susie, probably next year, Susie.
You cannot even take it out of the country if it's in very large quantities. It's not even about paying a tax or anything, because gold is obviously considered a very precious material. It's very important for national security, for the economy here. If you buy like kilograms of gold, you need like a special exporter's license. You can't just put it in your suitcase and leave the country with it. So they're very, very strict with this stuff, man. Like, why the hell are we talking about gold?
I don't know. You talked about your chain, then you went to gold. You're probably thinking of the market. Man, the price of gold has changed. Oh no, you got me thinking.
David, Clan Group, thank you. Let's get more guts in here. Let's get a conversation going.
It's not the hub.
Let's get a conversation going. Thank you, Clan Group. Yo, who's tapping on? Like, Charlie, get off the hub.
I said what? What?
He was typing.
Hey, you keep typing on the screen and shit. Thank you, Lisa and David. Get off the hub.
You can't. There's too much on the hub.
David. Talk about China, man. Like this. We need to talk about America. Because we're living in interesting times right now. So that's a nice job.
I gotta make a little extra money.
Thailand stream for you guys this year. Thank you, David. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared to go to Thailand.
Why?
A lot of temptation out there.
Oh.
A lot of temptation. I'm a little bit scared to go. Honestly, I'm a little bit scared to go to Thailand.
You gotta hold on to your wallet.
Do I think silver will be more precious than gold? No.
No way.
But silver is very important. Though. I own some silver. I do have some silver. Not a lot. But you guys have to understand that silver is an industrial metal. So, like in your phones and everything. Thank you, much love. There's a lot of silver in there. Thank you, the silliest. Thank you. Thank you for the goose. Thank you so much. Much love. Thank you.
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you guys this. There will be a day when I'm done streaming in China, when I'm done doing what I feel like doing in China. I'm coming back to America. I'm going to stream in America for y'all. We're going to stream in the United States. And I will get started.
Do you think that'll be in China?
What's up, Arashi? What's up, Big O? I don't know, man. I feel like can I be very honest with you guys, man? There's been some things that's happened here in the last couple of years. The more I live here, the more it's kind of, thank you, Ohm. The more it's kind of like starting to annoy me a little bit. Thank you, Macabello and Sylvia. There's a lot of things I miss about back home in America that I think the longer I live here, you know, sometimes, you know, it's like, I don't know how to say this, man, but it's like, how blunt should I be? Thank you, AA.
Just tell it like it is.
Like it is. I just think, like, for me, thank you, Mello and AA. I feel like, thank you, AA and Cash. I feel like there's a lot of things that are like for those of you that are living back home in America, do you guys ever feel like, I haven't been there in 6 years, so I don't have a right to comment on this, but do you guys ever feel like sometimes the spirit of the country is not going in a right direction? You guys ever feel that at all? The spirit, like the spirit of the people. You guys ever feel that at all?
No.
Yeah, you guys ever feel that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
I
Like, you
think,
feel
I
that?
mean, yeah, to a point.
So once again, I haven't been back in the United States since 2019. Obviously, I was last in America before the pandemic even started. So I can't comment on the spirit because I'm not there. I'm not walking the streets. I'm not doing business there. I'm not interacting with people on a day-to-day basis. I'm living here in China, and like I just feel like for the last couple of years, man, like living here, I feel like the spirit of the people here have a lot more pessimism than ever before. I don't know if that makes any sense. So I feel like I don't know if I can convey. It's like sometimes I have like a hard time communicating what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like, for the last couple of years, a lot of
Very
people,
divided, going backwards.
right. I just feel like a lot of people here. I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but when you go online and you read like Chinese Instagram or Chinese social media, a lot of times you just see things that, especially from young people, a lot of young people just feel like they can't get ahead, no matter if they go to school or what, and it's like, there's this one, this is like one thing that I saw. I'm trying to see how to describe it to you guys. So there was this one time, I was walking down the street at a park, about to go into a park. There was a little car accident that I saw. Okay, there was a little car accident, and it was a bicyclist. Someone was riding a bike. It was a woman actually, and I witnessed this with my own eyes. I saw this with my own eyes. She was biking down the street. She was at a crosswalk, and there was another woman who was driving a vehicle, and the other woman accidentally hit her. But it wasn't like a big hit. It was like she hit the brakes, but it wasn't fast enough. She clipped her bicycle. Okay? Like gently, but not that hard. I saw this with my own eyes. The next thing that happened was that this bicyclist fell on the ground, okay? And for the next 20 minutes, because I watched this when the cops arrived, for the next 20 minutes, she just laid on the ground. Okay? She just laid on the ground for 20 minutes. Because she was in the middle of the road, and it was a one lane road, traffic was backed up for like 15 minutes. Okay? She was just laying there. Like this, all stretched out. Thank you, buttons. No one helped her. There was a bunch of people there taking photos and shit.
Oh my god.
Including me. I got that shit on video. Okay? I ain't help her either, man. But
Yeah.
my point is, here's my point. Here's my point. Thank you, Dream Inc. Here's my point. My point is the contrast. I'm not going to say the moral of the story. You can go and figure that out for yourself. I saw this video on TikTok, in New York City, there was a guy riding his bike down the street. Maybe some of you guys have seen that video. It went viral a couple weeks ago. There was a guy in New York City riding his bicycle down the street. And all of a sudden, this man pops up out of nowhere and he runs him over. The bicyclist runs him over. The guy falls on the ground. The pedestrian falls on the ground. He does like a barrel roll on the ground. And then he gets up. Okay? And then the guy gets up from the ground. He goes, "You need to watch your speed." And the cyclist goes, "You need to use a crosswalk." And the guy goes, "Fair enough." And they just kept on walking. And the cyclist went. Okay? Maybe some of you guys have seen that video. You saw that, right? Some of you saw that video, right? The bicyclist ran over this dude. Dude does a barrel roll, gets up, and goes, "You need to watch your speed." He says, "You need to be on the crosswalk." Fair enough. And no, he goes, "You're right." And then they keep walking. Okay, that was beautiful. Okay, thank you, Diane E. Thank you, Diane. What I'm trying to tell you is you could figure out what I'm talking about when you compare and contrast these two stories. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, when you live out here, man, it's like there's a lot of things you see, man. It just makes you think about life. You know what I'm saying? If I was an ignorant person and I just walk down the street and I don't pay attention to anything, then nothing really matters, right? But the problem is I pay attention to things, and when you're walking around and you see shit the way I do, it's like you see things, so you can figure out the story yourself. Okay? You got more of that story yourself. What's up, everybody? What is up?
Now, if that was in France, I think you have to be a good Samaritan in France. Like, it's just a given.
Thank you, Quinn. I'll tell you this. What I love about China, thank you, J-Lay. You know what I'm going to tell you guys what I love about China and why I love living in China. Okay, I'm going to say it for the first time on live stream today. Have you guys ever thought about why we as Americans are very kind when we see each other in the streets? You know, I mean, obviously not in New York City, but if you're in North Carolina, you're in Chapel Hill, and you walk down the street and you see an American, you see a fellow American on the street, a lot of times they'll say hello, smile. People say that has disappeared a little bit in the last couple of years, but for the most part, we're a very friendly people. We smile, we say hello. So how do you reconcile with the fact that our service is actually not that good compared to Asia? Meaning the service that you get at a hotel or the service that you get at a restaurant. People know that in Asia, when you come to Thailand, when you go to Japan, when you go to China, the service is so much better. So how do you reconcile that? We're such friendly people, yet our service industry sometimes isn't considered the best in the world. Why is that? Well, that's what I love about living in China. I'm going to tell you guys this. What I love about living in China is that China, to me, living here in China, is a very transactional society. When your ass walk down the street, nobody's going to smile at you. Nobody's going to say hello. Everybody mind their own business. But when you come out to a restaurant and you spend your money as a patron, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to smile at you. It's a very transactional society. Very, very transactional society. And as someone who is a loner, who doesn't have a lot of friends, who doesn't have a lot of social contact with people outside of TikTok, I'm a loner. I like to keep to myself. That's actually an environment I like to live in. That's an environment I like to live in. Thank you, Mental C, because it allows me to stay in my own bubble without having to socialize with a lot of people. Thank you, La Boo Boo. You know what I'm saying? I go somewhere, I go to a hotel, I go to a restaurant, I pay for the service. Thank you, Lorelli. I pay for the service, and I leave. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for all that. So it's like, this is why I like living in China, man. I like living out here for that particular reason. Thank you, Lorelli. Like, this is a very transactional society. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a massage parlor and you pay for a massage, you get a nice massage. You go to a restaurant, you pay for a nice meal, you get a nice meal. You know what I'm saying? So this is hopefully that makes sense, everybody.
So, okay, well, I have a question.
What's up? Ask the question.
So now there's a live streamer who does what you do, but in Japan.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever caught him, but he says that the Japanese are not very nice to foreigners, especially the white people from the U.S. Is that really true?
How honest of an answer do you want to hear?
Honest. I do anyway.
You want to hear the honest answer?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, David. Thank you, David.
Yeah, it's the guy that is Dao, D-A-O.
I've seen Dow before because I swipe on TikTok myself. I've seen Dow before.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Chef. My advice to Dow, and no one asked me for my advice before I even answer your question, is that my man has been streaming for like 3-4 years already. He's been doing this shit for a long time. He needs to figure out how to be more likable. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Thank you, Quinn. And if you're someone who's a streamer, you're appearing before people, your number one goal is to be likable and be relatable, not to be standoffish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell the man how to do his job, but the fact that he does this every single day means that he obviously enjoys doing it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, the thing with life is you want to be liked. You want to be liked. Otherwise, you must really like going to all these countries and streaming. And that's just my unsolicited advice. Okay?
Right.
Definitely.
Let me ask you a question. I'm going to give you a very honest answer. Okay? This is the paradox about life. Thank you, Dream Inc., that I want all Americans back home to understand. Japan is an ally nation of the United States. Japan is one of our best friends in the world as a country. Okay? Japan and America have a very close relationship. Yet it is in my experience that the Japanese people are some of the most hostile people towards Americans and Westerners in general. So you have to reconcile this difference. Number one, on a national level, thank you, Big O. They're very good friends with us. But at the people-to-people level, what I found about the Japanese people is that, number one, their English level is very low. It is one of the lowest English-speaking countries I have ever been to in my life.
Really?
Compared to China, compared to Korea, thank you, Just Mental, compared to anywhere else, okay? For the common Japanese people, their English-speaking level is extremely low. So when you go to Japan, it's very hard to communicate with the local people. Very, very hard. Now, the paradox in this is that China is obviously a country that we, as America, as a country, has deemed a strategic competitor. Many people will consider China to be a very, very big competitor. Yet, the Chinese people that I've run into in China are actually much more friendly towards Americans. I say this not because I'm Chinese American. I'm telling it to you. I look at the camera. I'm telling it to you from my personal experience, from what I witnessed. I am telling you, when you are in Japan and you are an American, you try to rent an apartment from a Japanese landlord, 50%, at least 50% of the time, you will be denied because you are called a gaijin, which is a foreigner. They will openly discriminate you because you are a foreigner. This is a true story. They will openly discriminate you because you are a foreigner. They won't rent to you. There are clubs that David and I have tried to get into. David is watching right now. There are clubs that David and I have tried to get into in Japan where, because we were not Japanese and we don't speak any Japanese, we were denied entry.
Wow.
Okay? We were denied entry. That would never happen in China. In China, I have never seen a landlord that doesn't accept a foreign tenant. I have never seen one in my life. I have never seen an establishment that turns away a foreigner just because they don't speak Chinese. It's not about rules. It's not about rules. It's about being friendly to people who are coming to your country. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Nana. So, like I said, I'm going to give you an honest answer when you ask me these questions. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But what I'm telling you is, when I go to Japan, I've typically noticed this in Japan. Now, that said, I love going to Japan, because, most people are still, I wouldn't say they're friendly. I would say they're apathetic. You know what I'm saying? They're not hostile towards me. But my advice to all the Americans back home is, my advice to anybody in general is, when you see things, look past the surface. Look deep. Thank you, AC. The country is very, very friendly on the surface. Japanese people, they be bowing. Yes, they be bowing to you and stuff. They look very friendly. But try to understand the fabric. Live there for a few months, and you will see what I'm talking about. Try to rent an apartment in Japan, and you will see what I'm talking about. Try to rent an apartment as a Caucasian or as an African American, as a Hispanic American, and see what happens. See if they will rent to you if you are in Japan. See if your landlord will rent to you if you are African American, Asian American, Hispanic American, Native American, Caucasian American. See if they will rent to you. And I should say, that should tell you a lot.
Yeah.
That should tell you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, man, my feelings towards Japan is very complicated. I like going to the country because it's clean, the food is amazing, very safe. It's an organized society. But there's also a few things about it that when I go, it's like, I'm gonna put it this way, guys. Let me put it this way. There's a reason why China and America are, in my opinion, the greatest countries in the world. It's because if you look at so many of the things that we've managed to create between these two countries, right? You have to ask yourself, really, like when you're sitting at home watching this, I want you to ask yourself a question. Thank you, Robin. When Japan became wealthy in the 1970s and 1980s, China was still dirt poor. Thank you, Erica and Tip Top. China was still dirt poor. When the Nintendo PlayStations, when the Marios, when all that stuff was coming out in Japan, China was still dirt poor. I want you guys to ask yourself, thank you, Typical Caliber, why is it that today in this world, the greatest companies in the world are all either American or Chinese? Ask yourself this question. Why is it that America has Google and Facebook and Amazon and Instagram and LinkedIn, right? All these amazing companies that are made by Americans. And why is it that China and a Tesla, why is it that China has their version of Amazon and Google? Why doesn't Japan have a world influencing company? Why doesn't Japan have a global company? Except, they do have, let me take that back. They do have a Toyota or a Sony, but why don't they have like an Instagram? Why don't they have like a JD? Why don't they have like an Alibaba? Right? Why don't they have it? Right? Why doesn't Germany have it? Another rich country. Why doesn't England have it? Right? France. Right? Why is it that the French, they export a lot of Louis Vuittons, they export a lot of Chanels, but why don't they have an Instagram? Why don't they have a Google? Why don't they have a LinkedIn? Right? They're rich. They don't need money. They're rich, right? Think
Right.
about it. Think about it. Really think about this. What is it that's so special about America and China, right? That we have all these things that influence the world, right? There's a lot of wealthy countries in the world. Saudi Arabia is rich as hell. Dubai is rich as hell, right? But why don't they have these things? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Think about it. That's what makes us special. You know, thank you, Strawberry. That's what makes us special. You know what I mean? Think about these things.
Right.
Think about it.
Now,
Name one Japanese company that's taken over the world by storm in the last 10 years. Not Sony, not Toyota. Those companies have been around for 50 years. Name one Japanese company that came out of nowhere in the last 10 years. Name one.
I can't.
This app that we're using right now, TikTok, made by a Chinese company, ByteDance.
I mean,
Think
they got
about
a
it.
line.
Right? You think about it.
Monkey Kang has been around for many years, so it's not 10 years.
Think about it. I'm telling you, this goes to show you my point.
Right.
Food is getting cold, so let me keep eating.
Now, years ago, many years ago, I worked for a Japanese man in San Francisco Bay Area. It was an aviation, we were an aviation parts provider to Japanese customers. And he seemed all right to work for. I mean, I didn't notice anything different. I mean, but it was in a work atmosphere. I mean, you knew when he was mad, especially when he would get phone calls in the middle of the night, our time. But, you know, and those calls would be from like unhappy Japanese customers. So, which would be understandable why he would come in PO. But he seemed like nice to me. But maybe it's because I was the employee.
But let me interrupt you for a second, Teresa. Let me piggyback off of one point. Why is it that in the election that we just had for president, for Congress, for Senate, everywhere else in the country that you look, why is it that China is a focal point? Right? Why is it that President Trump, President Biden, Vice President Harris, your local congressmen, your local senators, why is it that we are always talking about China? You guys ever think about this issue? Why is it that they're always talking about China? Because it is a worthy competitor.
Yeah.
It is a worthy competitor. Do we talk about Japan? Do we talk about Korea? Do we talk about Portugal? Do we talk about Spain? Right? We don't talk about them, right? Because for the first time, in my opinion, there's finally a worthy competitor. Thank you, Big O, and that's why they talk about it. So this is why, like, someone made a comment. You know, like Japan invented tech and electronics. So what? So what?
Yeah.
They invented it. So what? In the eyes, and I live here in China. In the eyes of the Chinese people, there's only one country in this world that is a worthy competitor to China. In the Chinese people that you see, there's only one country on this entire. We all know who it is. It's the United States. It's our country, America. You think people here in China worried about Japan? You think they worried about Korea? Worried about them? They invented tech and technology. So what? So what? So what?
So little.
You know what I'm saying? So what? You know, Chinese economy, $18 trillion. The Chinese economy, $18 trillion in GDP a year. Japan, $4 trillion. That's an elephant in the ant. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Sharon. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like China and America. This is the relationship that is everything. That is everything. This is why I do what I do, man. Because like I'm a part of both societies. I'm American. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm American. Yet I was born in China. You know what I'm saying? I love both of these countries. You know what I'm saying? I love both of these countries. I want to see us get along. But you know what I'm saying? But we are heading in the wrong direction. And when this man comes back in the office, unfortunately, I think it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Hopefully it don't.
It's gonna be interesting. Oh, by the way, check this out. Thank you, Pink. Check this out right here. That is goose blood. A lot of people said, "How do I win?" Thank you, Kizzy. Because I'm gonna be very honest with you, man. Like, in my heart, I'm an American. America gave me everything I have in my life. I am indebted to America. I'm not saying this because you guys watching are Americans and I need to flatter you. I don't care if you guys weren't even here. I am indebted to America. So in my heart, it is America first. You understand? That's why I want him to win, because all this relationship shit aside, everything that I have in my life, I owe it to this country. I owe it to the United States. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm a very proud American. That's why when you guys see me stream and I'm talking to random people who speak English, you know, I always tell them I'm from the United States. I don't tell them I'm from China. I tell them I'm from the United States. I'm a proud American. Everything I have in my life, I owe it to this country. So that's the reason why. Okay? Man. Oh. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa, for the sub. Thank you, Lisa. Let's keep moving. Thank you, the silliest goose. Hey, the silliest goose. Look at this goose blood. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Kels. Man, I got one life to live on this earth, man. You think about it in these terms, I got one life to live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm going to reincarnate. But I got one life to live, and my life has pretty much been decided for me. But my parents took me there when I was 11 years old, which is that I was going to become an American. That's just the way the life worked out. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you got
the fullest
right now. You could be born, your ass could be born in Costa Rica. Thank you, AC, but God put you in America. That's your life. You know what I'm saying? So that's a life that we were given.
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for it.
I love China too, man. I love China.
Yeah.
I love China, and I hope China and America get along. But
Yeah, we need to
I am an
calm
American
down
citizen.
all that stuff here as America.
I seem the same.
Kind of bad and all that.
A lot of people do not understand. We could do this show from anywhere on Earth. We could be in Thailand. We could be in Singapore. We could do this shit anywhere. Thank you, David. We could do this stuff anywhere. I just so happen to enjoy living here in China at this point in my life. Thank you, David. Exactly, man.
I bet your mom was sad to see you move back to China and be away from her.
You know what's kind of crazy? My dad is actually the one that's more wanting me to come back home to America.
Really?
So my mom said something that really shocked me in October when she was here for my granddaddy's funeral. We was just chatting one day at the crib at the house, and she said something that really surprised me. She never said this to me before. She said, "Son, when I retire," well, she's already retired. She said, "Lauren," I think she said, "when your dad retires," my dad works in North Carolina. She said, "I want to come back to China." She never said that to me before. She never said that to me. She never said it like that. It's always been like, "Oh, you know, we'll think about where we're gonna go. We'll think about it. You know, we'll figure it out then." But she told me like a month ago. I remember this. I said, "Why? So why? You got Social Security, you got Medicare in America. Why you want to come back to China?" She was just like, she was like, you know, something I can't explain, but it's like things are just more convenient for someone my age. You know, someone my age. And I was like, damn, I ain't never even thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about it. I was like, I ain't never thought about it like that. You know, but I was like, that kind of made me sad. Thank you. That kind of made me sad a little bit, because what if I'm in North Carolina raising my kids one day? My mom don't even live there no more. She back in China. That would be some shit, huh? Ass ended up back in America, and then my mom leaves and comes back to China. That'd be something.
Yeah.
That'd be a paradox. Follow the channel, man. Share this live stream. Busy, right? It would be fun. Hey, David, you want to join the live stream? Thank you, COVID. Hey, y'all excited for me to get back on the road?
Yeah, I am.
I got you, David. Whenever you want to get on the live stream, all you have to do is request to be a guest, and you can get on the stream. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you, COVID. Thank you, JP. Ram.
I was going to ask you, I don't know how to say it, but it's a town in China and it's spelled Xikou.
Sure you spelled that right?
I'm reading it right off the screen. Xikou.
Okay, what about it?
I mean,
Look it up.
have you been there? I'm sure you have. I was just going to Google it.
Oh, I have not been there. It's a small town in Zhejiang province, about 84,000 people. What about it?
I was just wondering, I've seen other streamers go through there.
I have been there. I don't know if you guys remember this, but this was a long time ago. This was when I still had my assistant. Yes, I have been there. So this is the home of the former Generalissimo. We were there. I have actually been there. This is when we were in Ningbo. This was in June. We went on a one-day trip to the home of Chiang Kai-shek, the former president of the Chinese Republic in the 1930s. And we went to his home. This was a long time ago.
And how do you pronounce it?
It's called Shiko.
Chico.
We should have Charlie Lambert pronounce it.
Chico.
Yeah,
My pronunciation is something else.
Remember that? You remember that?
Now, will you ever do your live stream in Japan?
Hey, Charlie, why don't you ask some questions from the perspective of a young American man that you have about China? Why don't you hit us with some of your questions, man? Speak up.
Speak up and preach. All right. What is it about China you love the most?
To be able to eat goose tongue every day.
All right.
I'm just playing, man. I'm just playing.
What brought you back to it? What made you think in America, hey, I want to go back to China and live there for a while?
Man, I was living in Seattle. I hate that city. I'm sorry for all the Seattle folks out there. I was ready for a change. I'm sorry for all the Washington Pacific Northwest people. But but I hate Seattle. And I said, you know what? I need to get up out of here. I said, I need to get up out of here. And there so happened to be an opportunity that came up. And I decided to take it. Initially, when I came out here, I thought I would probably be here for 2 to 3 years. I didn't realize I was going to be here for 6 years. What's bad about Seattle? Man. You're going to get me in trouble, man. You're going to get me to say some things I'm going to hurt some people's feelings that work there. You're going to get me in trouble, man. But I really do want to say it.
Now, I know they got the dating apps in China, but what's like the marriage market like? I've heard of that.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna say it, but before I say it, man, I wanna tell everybody: don't get offended by what I'm about to say. Okay, this is not directed towards anybody watching. Obviously, this is from a observation of working in corporate America. Okay, and living in Seattle. That city has no soul. That city's entire existence and identity nowadays is around the big tech companies that drive the economic engine of that city. 40 years ago, 50 years ago, with the grunge stuff in Seattle, you know what I'm saying? With the grunge, Seattle used to have a soul. Seattle, Bruce Lee. It used to be like a great place with a great city, like a great show. Now, the city is just filled with people who work for these tech companies that are what I call corporate stiffs. And this is the one that's really going to offend some people. A corporate stiff is what I describe as someone who works at one of these Fortune 500 or Fortune 100 or Fortune 50 companies, really big companies. They are what I call survivors. You know what I'm saying? They just work every day, collect their paychecks, scheme on how to get a promotion, you know, and that's all they do. They don't take any risks. They don't have any ideas. They just there to collect a paycheck. And this is something that I saw everywhere. They wear the same clothes, North Face, Arc'teryx, you know, Patagonia. They talk with the same mannerism. You know what I'm saying? And to me, as someone, if you look at my channel, who's always wanted to be creative. I've always wanted to be creative. Okay, I've always wanted to create things. This is why when I started TikTok, even though my videos weren't very good at first, I said, you know what, let me get into creating shit. Let me get into creating stuff instead of writing reports every day at work. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, and the result was I wasn't getting paid. You know, I used to get paid at work. Now I don't. But it's like they were not the type of people that I wanted to see and be around. I wanted to create. I wanted to have an independent, free mind. And I'm not looking at the comments when I'm talking to you guys because I don't want to offend anyone and then, you know, have people cussing me out in the comments. But it's like when I saw my boss and my boss's boss and my boss's boss's boss, I was like, man, I don't like these people. I was like, I don't want to get a drink with them. I don't want to be friends with them if they were in my real life. But I gotta smile and put on a smiley face towards them because I need them. I need to get paid. I need to get a promotion. I need them. So I gotta pretend like I like them. You know? I gotta pretend. You know what I'm saying? So eventually it got to a point where it's like, this city, I realized, is full of folks like that. You walk down in South Lake Union, you walk in downtown Seattle, everybody was like that. And I was like, dog, I gotta get the fuck out of here. My apartment building was full of tech workers. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here before I lose my sanity. And when I come out here to Shenzhen, I see people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? I see people doing all types of, there's a lot of tech companies out here in Shenzhen. The city has a very, very unique and multifaceted vibe to it. Whereas, like, that city was just taken over completely by tech. You walk around, it's a scene straight out of GTA. Not because of the crime, but because of the satire. It was like a satire on life. You go there and you live in that fucking bubble and you think that everybody else in the world is supposed to think like that, and it's not. It's not. Not everybody is monolithic in their thinking. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, man, that's the reason. That's why I said it. I don't like that city at all. The weather wasn't good, but it wasn't the driving factor. It was the people. It was the people, man. The way they talk, the way they have no personality. They are stiffs. They have no personality whatsoever. You go to a bar and you try to talk to these people, you can't even have a conversation with them. You know what I'm saying? Because all they talk about is work. All they talk about is, man, how do we do this and to take a company public? How do we get some?
My God, it's like they got no social life.
You know what I'm saying? It's just they are. So once again, I didn't look at the comments. I'm sorry if I rubbed anybody wrong, but I speak my mind. I call it the way it is. Because I'm not afraid of getting canceled. What they gonna do? They gonna fire me? Somebody gonna fire me from my job? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't work. I don't have a full-time job. I'm not afraid of being canceled. That's why I say what's on my mind. I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm alive. I got a soul. That's why when I was at my job, man, I was like, man, I'm here to get paid. I told this to my boss. I said, boss, listen to me. I'm here for one reason only. I probably shouldn't have said that. That was a fucking stupid thing to say. But I said it to my boss. I said, boss, I'm here for one thing and one thing only. To get paid. Don't think because I like this job. I'm here because I'm here. I told her this. I probably shouldn't have said it to her because it was true. Because it was true, man.
True for everybody. Everybody's just there to get paid so they can live life.
I just went on like a little 3-minute rant, a 3-minute freaking talking rant because I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. But it's like, you gotta understand, man. It was I just felt like my life was destined to be more. You know, I was making a lot of money back there, and I would have liked to keep making that money for a few more years, but I knew I wanted my life to be something more than a report that I put on my boss's desk every Tuesday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted my life to be more than an annual report or a monthly report that I put on my boss's desk every week. I wanted my life to be more than that. That's why I said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it. I ain't gonna look for another job. I'm gonna try to do this TikTok stuff. I'm gonna try to do this YouTube stuff. I'm gonna try to do something, even if it means I'm gonna fail. Thank you, Jazz. Even if it means I'm gonna fail and I'm not gonna do a good job, I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. Thank you, Jazz. So that's the long answer about why I didn't like that city. Everybody had that same mindset. It's an NPC town. Nobody has personality there, man. That place is all about money. People are just there for stock options, stock grants. You know what I'm saying? They're not the type of people I want to hang out with in my life.
It's a money-hungry town.
Mm-hmm.
That's too much for me. I couldn't live there. Good God.
I apologize. I apologize, everybody, if I rubbed anybody wrong. So let me look at some comments now.
Someone said you explained it perfectly.
You know what I'm saying? I call a spade a spade. You see, those people here's the craziest thing about it is the people that work there, they are smart people. They went to Harvard. They went to MIT. They smarter than me. I know they know what I'm saying is true. Deep down in their deepest of hearts, they know what I'm saying is true.
Well, I hate to do this, but I gotta
morning,
run.
They go back to work.
I gotta run. I'll watch down below, but I need to get.
Go, Teresa. Go, Teresa.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Charlie, that's why, like I said, Charlie, I always tell you this, Charlie. I'm not gonna tell people what you do for a living, but I know what you do for a living. Appreciate your job. You work with your hands. Appreciate what you do, man. Because the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Blue collar work. You tell everybody what I do, it don't matter. I don't care.
Hit us up with some more questions, Charlie.
Still got your new shoes on, or you got different ones? Got your old ones? Old Skechers?
Dog, there's somebody sitting right next to me on the other table, man. So I ain't trying to show my shoe to you guys at lunch in a restaurant, but I am. Okay, there's a dude right next to me. Okay? All right. I want to see a little Folex. I want to see a little Folex. Little Folex. Beautiful.
How many watches you got?
A lot of Folexes.
A lot of Folex.
You big O. Hey, you, David.
Think China's gonna survive next year with Trump? I know I'm getting into politics, but I don't know. Survive
Tell you this, man.
economically.
Let me explain something to you guys. Thank you, David. That's gonna be an education. That's why y'all tune in. The Chinese economy, not the same thing as the American economy, but the Chinese economy is driven by three things. Three things. Number one, export and import, especially export, meaning they are the world's factory. They make things and the rest of the world buys it, especially the United States of America. That's the number one driver of the economy. Okay? Export. Number two, real estate. The buying and selling of land and homes. That's number two. And every single other industry that supports the real estate industry, meaning roofing, plumbing, HVAC, construction materials, all that. That's the second driver of the economy, is real estate. Third driver of the economy is public spending on infrastructure projects, meaning airports, subways, high-speed rail, all these types of things. Public spending on public projects is the third main driver on infrastructure. These are the three engines of the Chinese economy. I'm gonna say that again. Export, real estate, and infrastructure. Real estate has slowed down significantly in the last 2 years. There is only so much airports that you can build, and only so many highways and so many high-speed rails that you can build before the next thing that you build is totally unproductive. So export is really important to the economy right now, because real estate is slowing down. Infrastructure has pretty much been built. You need a little bit more, but it's pretty much been built. So if Mr. Trump comes in and puts a 60% tariff on Chinese products, that is going to hurt exports so bad. Think about it. It's common sense. It's common sense. So this is why, like, think about it. Just think about this stuff. Think about this stuff. You know, this is why we are living in interesting times. We are going to. What I think about the new money? Damn, I can't pin a comment.
What? Not even this mode?
I can't pin a comment. Tell you something, man. Tell you something. If I was an exporter right now, life is about to get tough.
Oh, shit your pants and try to find a different country or something.
I would need to go and look for new markets.
Definitely.
But we need to call a spade, and we need to tell it the way it is. And that's, you guys have to understand. The United States of America, we Americans are the biggest shoppers in the freaking world. We love to shop. We be buying everything under the sun in America. Oh, we love to shop. So, the point I'm trying to make is, there's no market in this world that can substitute the American market. You know, you can go to Southeast Asia, you can go to Europe, you can go to Russia, you can go to Brazil. All of them combined don't even add up to America. The entire European Union combined is barely the size of the American market. So the American market is super important. It's super important because we as Americans, we love to buy shit. And we buy a lot of shit we don't even need. You know what I'm saying? You ever scroll on TikTok and you buy some shit, you're like, why did I just buy that? Why did I just go to Target and buy this shit? Why did I just buy this from Costco? You ever do that? We Americans love to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm serious. We love to buy stuff. You know, you ever go to Amazon and you buy, God damn, I spent $2,000 on Amazon last week? What did I buy on Amazon?
I don't remember that at all.
Right. So,
$2,000
so it's
for
like,
a hub?
this is why, like, all the people that are out there, man, I always tell people this. You know, people love to hate. People love to hate on President Trump. People love to hate on him. Like, he's right about a lot of things. Like, this man is a businessman. He's right about a lot of things. Like, we got all the cards. People don't even understand, man. We got all the cards. People, like, we always, you know, we got all the cards. And he's going to use them. The next 4 years is going to be fireworks. The next 4 years is going to be nothing but fireworks. You watch. You heard it here first. The next 4 years is going to be fireworks. We got all the, we got, I'm telling y'all, man. We got all the cards. Who can't wait? I can't wait.
Nobody can wait. Are there any places in China you haven't been to?
How many of you guys have never been out of the country? Raise your hand if you've never left America. If you've never left the country. Charlie, have you ever left the country?
Never. Never left. This will be my first.
So this is why, like, if you've never left the country, you just don't understand, like, how dominant our money is everywhere in the world. You go to, like, a freaking remote area in Cambodia, go to Jamaica, freaking go to the Caribbean islands, you see, like, a freaking farmer who's giving you a tour of his farm or some shit. He or she wants one thing and one thing only. What do you think that is?
Your Benjamin.
That is. Thank you, Candy. What do you think that is? Anybody know the answer?
I'm waiting for the comments.
He just wants to see that. He wants to see that George Washington. He wants to see that Andrew Jackson. Try paying him with some euro. Try paying him with some Russian money. He'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" Be like, "What the fuck is this?" Okay. Now try paying
dirty money.
$. Be like, "Sir, let me show you my farm." I remember I was in Egypt one day in 2019. Okay, thank you, Kels. I remember I was in Egypt one day in 2019, before the pandemic. and they knew that I was American. They tried to jack me. They tried to take me to this expensive ass souvenir shop.
Oh,
I'm in
did you get hit by those guys that just like want to sell you bracelets and stuff? And like, oh no, here it's free, but it's not.
And then, thank you, TS Bach. And then we're haggling, right? We're like talking price and everything. We're haggling. Every single price that they gave me was in US dollars. Every single price. I did not spend one Egyptian money, whatever currency they use over there. I didn't even convert my dollars. I tipped my tour guide in US dollars. Okay, $20. I paid for my tickets in US dollars. Everything was done using US dollars. Thank you, Sandals. So it's like people have this talk about BRICS and they gonna use their own currency. It'll probably work. It'll never supplant the dollar.
No,
Never.
that's
I'm
like
telling
a
you,
miracle.
I don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? People are going to use it, but it's like the rest of the world is just so conditioned to want to use dollars for some reason. And I haven't figured out why. Maybe it's because it's been that way for 50 years. Maybe it's a historical thing, but, you know, it's just why. You know, it's for those of you that are living back home and you get paid in dollars, you know, wait till you go outside the world one day. I think Tammy Jones said she's going to make it outside one day. You know, try to go outside in the world, and you'll just realize how.
I mean,
How
what gets
amazing.
me is how a young country like America can be the top dollars than China and not be the top dollar for being so old.
Well, you see, here's the thing. It's a historical reason. Because we, as Americans, we have a head start on China. China only got rich in the last 30 years. We've been rich for 200 years. You know, so we've been rich for 100 years. So it's a historical reason. But none of that is too relevant to our, you know, for us who are watching right now. We just trying to get through life every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just trying to pay our rent. We trying to pay our mortgage. You know, we trying to make it to tomorrow. We just trying to live life. Thank you, Chris. So my point for all the Americans that are watching is, sometime in your life, get a plane ticket and go out there and go to another part of the world and spend a couple weeks there and see the way that they live in the Caribbean islands, in Jamaica. Thank you, Chris. See the way they live in Thailand. See the way that they live in another part of the world. It will give you a lot of perspective about what it means to be an American. You know what I'm saying? It'll give you a lot of perspective about what it means to live in this country that we live in called the United States of America. Because a lot of you guys are very jaded. A lot of you, not you guys, but a lot of us are very jaded. A lot of us love to complain. A lot of us love to, you know, say, thank you, Dez. You know what I'm saying? What up, Lisa? You know what I mean? Go out there and see the world for what it is. And then you will have you will complain a lot less.
Yeah, you have a better perspective about it.
What's up, Stone? I'm hungry. Great to see you, man. Great to see you. Robin in here. Hey. I'm gonna order some more tongue.
You can get more food. This guy.
Chango. You moving to China? Got room for you? Oh man, they got plenty of room here. You got dollars? Because if you got dollars, they got room for you here. I'm loving you guys, man. I'm loving this talk. What's up? What's up, Robin? What's up, everybody? David, you still on? I love you guys. So I just ordered 3 more of these tongues because I love it.
So transactional with the waiters over there. All they do is say, "Oh, you want this? Here's your food," and leave you alone, unless you call them back.
I got another 20 minutes with you guys because I got to go back to my room and pack. I'm getting on the road. I'm taking you guys to a new city this evening. So it'll be Thursday morning for you. We're going to a brand new city. Goddamn. How long we been streaming?
For a while. Been streaming for a while.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the goose hat. Thank you.
There's like almost one over there.
Thank you, AC. Maybe I got some last night.
It's almost 1 o'clock over there. Man. You got some? Yeah.
Thank you, AC and Big O. Oh, yeah. Oh, Kizzy, for sure. Thank you, David and Big O. 3 more tongue, baby. Thank you, David. 3 more tongue. Verticality, baby. Thank you, Dez. I'll be back on Thursday morning. We'll be in a brand new city. And then we're going to be in Macau very soon. You guys ready for Macau? We haven't been in Macau in 6 months. I hope 7 months. I hope y'all are ready for Macau. Jerry? What kind of tongue? Goose. Goose tongue. I love goose tongue. Linda, it's been 7 months. You've been watching for 7 months. Isn't that crazy?
It's a long time.
I ain't gotta pretend. I think you guys know that I live a very comfortable.
Oh my God.
You know, I live a very comfortable life. My life doesn't really have any challenges. My parents are healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rich by any means, but I'm comfortable. I love doing what I do. I love to be in front of you guys every single day. It's tiring work to walk around everywhere in the sun. You know, but I love what I do. I have no complaints. I'm very grateful. I'm a very grateful person. You know, I love to jokingly bitch and complain about things, but in my life, I'm just grateful, man. I'm grateful I'm able to do this every day and to spend time with you guys. And when we get on the road again, this on Thursday morning,
What? Yeah.
thank you, Sherry.
God. That is cool.
Thank you, Kenneth. Every
That is
time
really
Kenneth
cool.
here, something blows up. Thank you, Ken. Thank you so much, Kenneth. We're going on the road this afternoon. Train is in 3 hours, sir. We are going on the road, getting back to it. Just getting some lunch before I get on the road. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Colin. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ken. That's all I can say is thank you. Thank you, Ken. Thank you. Next time you see me, we're gonna be on the road, Ken. Thank you, Susie. We're gonna be on the road. We've been in Shenzhen for like 2 weeks. Get back on the road. Ken, thank you, everybody. The people tapping on your screens. Thank you. Thank you, Pamela. We're going on the road. And one last thing before Kenneth leaves. We got to get you as a guest in one of our live streams. I've been telling people this. We got to get you here. We got to have you call in on TikTok. We would love to chat with you. So thank you very much. Thank you, everyone tapping on your screen. Thank you, Sharon, for the heart.
Now, as long as you lived in China, Daniel, have you seen any like behavior change in the people at all from the time you got to China to now?
You mean like just the people living in China?
Yeah, just people in general.
I feel like people are more stressed compared to 6 years ago when I moved here. When I first moved to China, I came here during an economic boom, a real estate boom. Everybody felt rich. Everybody was spending. Thank you, Sharon. I feel like now people are a lot more stressed about their financial circumstances. I feel like it's the same way back home in America. But here it's very pronounced. I could feel it. I feel like online there's a lot of chatter by people who are saying that they lost their jobs or their mortgage is crushing. I just feel like people are a lot more stressed nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So, and the messed up thing about it is it's only been 6 years. It's not like it's been 20 years. It's only been 6 years.
Short
And yet,
amount of time.
and it's just happened so fast. People don't even understand. When I first came to China, I was living in like the Gilded Age. Everybody was spending. Everybody was buying cars. Everybody was buying watches. Everybody was buying jewelry. Everybody was traveling. Why? Because their home prices were going up like crazy. So everybody felt rich. You know, now it's the opposite.
All by yourself, aren't you? Yeah.
Thank you so much for the bracelet.
They'll be probably looking at you like this dude.
It is a weekday, so there are fewer people because it is a Thursday. Thank you, Sharon. You know what I'm saying? So I'll tell you one thing though, it's good to be in a position now if you are like able to, you know, just maintain your current quality of life. You know, you guys know I eat the same stuff every day. This lunch is gonna end up costing me like maybe $20 for lunch. Okay, which what that means is it's a Thursday, so there's not a lot of people. But what I mean is like I feel very comfortable here. You know, I feel very comfortable living my life. My life really hasn't changed that much in the last few years, but a lot of people's lives have. Hopefully that answers your question. I feel like people are more.
Did you want to hold on to the money more, thinking financially, basically?
I just felt something in my stomach.
You all gassed up or something?
Oh, I felt something in my stomach. I have a very weak stomach. I do. That's why I always getting some food poisoning and shit. I need to chill out with these tongues, man.
You've been eating a lot, brother. That's probably what's upsetting your stomach. I mean, how do they even prep that?
Charlie, it's just so good. I can't stop it.
Once you got one, it's just so addicting.
It's just so good. Don't you just want to lick this?
Oh my!
All y'all watch, don't y'all just lick this?
Brother's French kissing a freaking goose. I know my ass is gonna have to try that when I get there.
Boom. Ah. Thank you, bro Lee. I've eaten a lot stranger things in my life. Let me put it this way.
I'm about to go to Japan and eat some bear. I don't know where would you even find it.
When we go to Japan, we're gonna be eating well. We're gonna be eating really well. We're gonna be eating really good. Let me just put it this way. A few fish will be going to fish heaven when I
I
come to
see some
Japan.
open up in Louisiana. All right. I got family that lives in there.
You big old. I'm gonna go back home and take some probiotics. And you, why you Val? And
You
you.
better take some medicine before you head on out, because we don't need you to be like gone for another week. And there goes A1 again. You be streaming on a squat toilet.
Our viewer David loves the squat toilets. Okay, he's been to China many times. He loves the squat toilets. Oh, he uses it all the time. He loves the squat toilet. I'm almost finished. And he said, "No, I don't." Hey, to all the single ladies out there, I just want to let it be known for everybody. Okay, for all the single ladies out there. Okay. That's what we eat. All the single ladies out there. Someone, I'm not gonna say who, someone watching this live stream right now, not me, obviously, someone, okay, drives a red Ferrari in Los Angeles. Someone. I don't know who. Someone. Okay? I'm just throwing it out there. So all y'all ladies that live in LA, thank you, Big O. All y'all ladies that live in LA, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you're single,
It's gonna be a rental.
okay? I don't know who it is. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
Right? Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there.
They be hitting different though.
Oh, Lauren's watching. No, his wife is watching.
Man, you better run.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lauren. I'm sorry, Lauren. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lauren. Come on, man. Why you be watching me in front of your wife? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on,
Gotta stick
man.
with the bro code.
Come on, you gotta stick with the pro code. Exactly, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. What is he doing?
Do too much.
I'm out of here. Let me pay for this. See how much it is. I'm gonna use my coupon real quick. Hold on one second. Let me hit him with the coupon.
Ah, you and your coupons. How many? 10?
First of all, Charlie Lambert, you be laughing and shit, okay? You think
I'm
it's a
not
joke. I use coupons for everything. When you come here, I'm gonna take you to a coupon hotel. They're gonna give you half a bed because I'm paying 50% off for the hotel. So you will have half a bed. Okay? Your legs gonna be yes, your legs dangling and shit from the bed. You will have half a bed. Okay?
We're gonna have half a toilet too. Half a shower, half everything.
We'll have half a toilet,
God.
half a bed. Everything is half.
Bruh.
I just bought the coupon. So the way the coupon works at this restaurant is very interesting. You save points by eating here. I eat here every day, so I have a lot of points. And you can redeem your points for these dishes. Okay? That tells you how many points you have to use. See that? I just bought a coupon. Let's see if this works. A moment of truth. I scanned the table code. It worked. It worked. So my lunch comes out to only $13. 94 yuan. Thank you, Ashley. Only $14. $13.50 for lunch. We got $9.50 off thanks to the coupon.
That's good. I like that.
$13.50. freaking love this restaurant, man. And this is the other thing about China that's very interesting. Do they do this in America? Let me show you. Do restaurants do this in America? Look at this. Y'all see this out here in China. So basically the concept behind this is that if you charge a gift card here for 1,000 yuan, so about $140, if you charge a gift card, they give you $110, 110 yuan. So it's basically 11% off. If you charge 5,000 yuan, they give you 12% off. And since I eat here every day, I charge like $140 at a time, and every meal I get is 11% off. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Is this a Chuck E. Cheese? Hell no. Hell no, man. We don't do that? We don't do that in America? We should do it, because that's how you grab onto the customers. Get ready on Thursday morning, everybody. Get ready on Thursday morning, okay? We are going to a brand new city on Thursday morning, okay? Get ready. We are going somewhere brand new. We're going to be on the road for the next couple of weeks. I will see you guys from the city of Zhenjiang in this brand new city. I'm excited too. I've never been there before. Pao Lab. I see you, Pao Lab. I see you.
What's out there, anyways?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out. Apparently a lot of seafood. It's a coastal town. Okay, so we're going there. I'm going to see you guys. What size shoes do I wear? Why, Sharon? Why you got it? Because I can't tell you the size of my shoes because people are going to use the shoes to make a deductive conclusion about the size of something else. Thank you, Sierra. Okay? Hell no. Don't stop clowning. I don't wear a size. Okay, so this is why I don't want to give away my shoe size, because they're gonna make a deductive conclusion about something else. Okay? I appreciate you guys. Hell no. I wear a size 9. Size 9. Size 9 shoe. Not a big foot, but a normal size 9. Okay?
Size 8.5. Got it.
I will see you guys on Thursday morning. Okay, on Thursday morning. All right. From the city of Zhenjiang. I'm going to see you guys in the morning, my time. Time to go back to my room and pack. Hey, I got to go pack right now. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Later, brother.
Oh, man, I'm going to see you. Charlie, I'll see you later. David, I appreciate you. Kenneth is already gone. Tammy, JP, everybody, have a good day. Pal Lab. I'm going to see you guys later, everybody. Lee, everybody. Hugs, everybody. I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye-bye. And to all the people that sent the goose. Me and the goose, we both appreciate you. See y'all later, everybody. See you, David. We're out of here. Thank you, AC. See you. Take it easy, everybody. Linda.
Later, y'all.
Everybody. Thank y'all for all the goose. I appreciate it. Okay?
Thanks for supporting the channel, everybody. We all appreciate it.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here, everybody.